and just being consciously present in the moment and appreciating that meal that you're eating, appreciating that car ride. Hey guys, so today I just wanted to talk about technology and sort of put it in a different perspective for you guys, because I feel like a lot of us aren't really conscious of the impact that technology has had on our lives, and we're just so used to it, we're just so consumed by it. We're in a society where we're constantly being bombarded, and I feel like we don't really have a say in whether we want that technology in our lives. For example, we wake up in the morning to the alarm on our phone. We get in the car, we turn on the radio. We check our emails, we check our text messages, we check our notifications. Get to work, we're working on our laptops all day. We come home, we turn on the TV. We're on our phones till we go to sleep. And I feel like a lot of that is not really healthy for us, and we just don't really sit back and evaluate the impacts that technology has had on our lives, our mental health, and our well-being. And personally, I have had instances where I feel super overstimulated, and I just can't. Like, I literally just have to turn off my phone because I'm like, I can't do this. And I feel like we're so tuned into our phones and we don't realize that sort of technology is running our lives and we're not running our lives, because I feel like it can get kind of overwhelming sometimes. So really just evaluating the ways technology like personally takes away from your life and kind of taking that back. Because, for example, something as simple as like waking up without your alarm in the morning, or turning off your phone at 7 o'clock and just giving yourself time to mentally reset. All of these things are like so amazing for your mental health and just really allow you to like sort of feel like you have control of your life again. Because I don't know, personally, I feel like my phone takes away from my life. Like, we're just so sucked into our phones, texting, social media, just being accessible all the time, that it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot to reply to people. It takes a lot to check social media. It takes a lot to constantly just be doing something on your phone. And I feel like once you remove the amount of technology that you allow into your life and sort of just start relying on yourself for like little things like waking up yourself in the morning, or just setting boundaries with technology and implementing them in your day-to-day life, like, your mind will start to calm down. You won't have as much anxiety, you won't have as much overthinking, because you're not constantly being bombarded, and you can sort of just rest easily in yourself and your mind and your thoughts. And I feel like that's when you sort of start to feel God's presence in your life, and you allow God in, because you're not constantly being distracted by technology. You're not constantly being distracted by things outside of yourself that don't really matter. And once you start relying on yourself and just becoming more in tune with yourself and tuning out the outside noise and tuning in with yourself, that's when you allow God to speak to you. Because God can't speak to you if you're constantly just being bombarded 24/7. Just think about how much time you spend on your phone, or how much time your phone takes away from you. Like, we're at a point in society where technology use is higher than ever, and I feel like it's only going to get worse and worse over time. And that's not really what God created us for. God created us to be in tune with Him, in tune with ourselves, and in tune with everything in front of us, and not to be easily distracted, because technology is a distraction, and that's what they want you to be. They want you to be distracted. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, like, people really just do nonsense on these apps. I'm sorry, but like, people really just be doing nonsense on these apps, and they're just tuned into something that's not even real. I feel like technology connects us with so many things that are going around the world, and you know, people that you don't know, people that you may not like, people, you know, you're just constantly, I guess, in the loop of whatever is on social media, and that is not even real. Like, it's not like a tangible thing. So why would you spend so much of your precious time on something that's not even tangible? You're so tapped into these people. You know what this person did, what kind of car they drive, what kind of vacation they took, but like, is that really adding to your life? Like, knowing what these people are doing? The most valuable thing that they can take away from you is your attention, and that's what these things are meant to do. They're meant to take away your attention, so you're focused on stupid things instead of focusing on like what's really important. Once you start to quiet your mind and just eliminate all the distractions in your life, you can speak to God and receive the answers that you want. You won't need to look for answers outside of yourself anymore. You won't need to go to Google for every question that you have, because once you quiet your mind and eliminate all distractions, all the answers you need will be found within you. And I feel like this attachment to technology has just taken so much away from us, and I feel like a lot of us don't even know how to live without technology. Like, how many hours per day do we spend keeping up with our phones? How many hours per day do we spend replying to emails, replying to text messages, checking social media? All of these things are just constantly taking away from us, depleting our energy, taking away our attention, the most valuable thing that we have. And we're just always consuming, and I encourage you guys to just take a step back and take back the power, the control over your life, and realize that you don't have to constantly be tapped into these things, and you have a choice of what you allow into your life. You have a choice of what you consume. You have a choice of what you do with your time. And I encourage you guys to like find things to do outside of technology. Like, we're at a point where people are just always on their phones and they don't have anything to do outside of their phones. Like, they'll just sit on their phone, sit behind a TV screen all day, and that's not good for you. You want to get out. You want to limit the amount of impact that technology has on your life, because you don't want that to be the controlling force of your life. You should be the controlling force of your life. And anxiety, depression, all these things are going up, and I don't know, I feel like technology sort of has an impact on this as well. There's probably studies and stuff like that out there on it, but once again, we're just constantly being bombarded. Things that are just constantly depleting us, things that aren't good for our mental health. There's so much negativity out there. It's so easy to like get sucked into it, and you don't want to get sucked into it. You want to be stronger than that and not allow these things to consume you and take your life away, because if you let it, it will. And even with social media and stuff like that, like, it's so easy to get caught up in comparison, and all these things make you subconsciously feel bad about yourself, whether we realize it or not. And don't let technology comfort you. Like, when you're stressed, don't go binge watching TV. Like, find time to meditate, find time to be in tune with yourself, find time to get to the root problem of why you feel stressed. Like, that's not healthy. And stop trying to comfort yourself with technology. Stop trying to comfort yourself by scrolling endlessly, by binge watching, by doing all these things that aren't going to help you in the long term and that are really just going to deplete you and make things worse. Like, when is the last time you really just turned off your phone and just had the time to yourself? Try turning off your phone for a night and just seeing how it goes for you. Even when you turn on the news, like, it's just so corrupt. Like, constant shootings, constant storms, constant issues with these politicians. Like, all of it is just a distraction. All of it is just taking away from you, depleting your energy, and not really doing anything for your mental health. And if they keep taking from you, like, what are you really left with at the end of the day? Really truly choose what you're spending your time on consciously. And you really just want to be grounded and appreciate everything that God has given you, the life around you, the breath that you take, your family, your friends, and just truly appreciating life and not getting so distracted by technology and the things that are put here to distract us. You can do this, like, the simplest things of like putting your phone on do not disturb, or taking quiet walks, taking quiet meals, just areas of your life where you feel like technology has sort of like taken away from you. Like, if you're used to watching TV while eating a meal, or if you're used to listening to music while in the car, like, sort of just eliminating the technology factor from that, like turning off the music, turning off the TV while you're eating, and just being consciously present in the moment and appreciating that meal that you're eating, appreciating that car ride. Stop being disconnected from the world around you. Stop letting technology disconnect you from everything that's in front of you, everything that you have within yourself. And you have to tune out to tune in, and just be conscious of what you're consuming and what you're allowing in and out of your life.